I could go into trigger mode now. I'd rather not. So how about having a go at the corned beef, which I mucked up when I did the other day. Oh, I'll use it first. Anyway, after big stress, I won't go into the details of because I'll get all drifty and start going on about things. I had some corned beef because I needed red and dead, and I didn't have anything fresh or that was easy to prepare in the fridge. I managed to eat my food, which was a good thing, because it doesn't always happen after the marathon. Afterwards, I absolutely went on it. So, first of all, there's the simplest thing, which is the label. Sodium nitrate. Does that explode? And then there's the tin, because if it doesn't open according to the manufacturer's plan, we have been able to tin opener too, but the temptation to use the keys, because then it makes a neat pot and an elastic band hold it, and it's all. Yeah, and I know to focus, because if anything goes wrong, you're buggered. There's no easy way out. And invariably, if anything goes wrong, such as the strip goes at a funny angle, if I've got reasonable kinesthetic motor skills, I've got grip strength, my girly hands aren't as weak as they bloody look. But I know to focus. But sometimes it just goes wrong. And it always goes wrong at the point where the key's gone far enough around that all structural stability has been lost. So one can't open it, and one can't open the side. And even attempted to do it with a tin opener around the side, no. And even if the error has been made before, there's always a temptation to think, if I just pull the key out and then I can just pull the strip, hold it steady and pull. Well, A, there's just massive bodily harm hazard here. B, well, one just ends up with this sharp-edged, dying bloody spring. Anyway, by the time, even if one retains one's core, by the time one has gained entrance of one's own initiative, the resulting mess does look like it's exploded. And like an explosives canister, it's obviously got a planned weak point. It goes the way you intend it to. Anyway, you get sodium nitrate, what's happening here? Then there's the stuff itself. The corned beef. The salt has kind of dehydrated the meat aspect. And the nitrates rendered it inert. I mean, this stuff is pink instead of brown when cooked. It goes brown off, yeah. And it's got this texture of having already been chewed thoroughly. But because it's protein, the brain says chewy. And the saturated fat says try and get saliva through me. But obviously, corned beef is inert. And it doesn't really matter what you... There is a variation in texture when one finds connective tissue and miscellaneous other body parts. Like a little piece of tube that was probably a large blood vessel. There might be a little bit of like membranes. And at first, when one first eats corned beef, fix them aside and think, oh, eat that bit. But by the time you get to the end of even your first 10, you realise that those were just the bits you could see. And it's probably all through it. Plus, it's the only variety. And then there's trying to identify it. See, there's a whole world in a tin of corned beef. And yeah, there's the slight jelly-like collagen behaviour at one end, usually, and the congealed fat at the other, depending which way up it was when it sat. But the actual corned beef itself is just perfectly homogeneous, despite the fact it seems to have a mix of bar these odd pieces of connective tissue. Yeah, there's more to it, because no matter what one does to corned beef doesn't change. Put it in a sandwich, and you find it's as if your brain has got two mouths plugged in simultaneously. One is just eating corned beef, and the other is eating whatever you did with the sandwich. Both plugged into your conscience. Really. Fry it up with spices with it. It's like one brain's eating the cooking oil and the spices, and one brain's eating the corned beef. Really. Frying pans are the best. Fry it about 10 minutes later. It's just the fucking same. I mean, eventually, a bit of like scab sort of congealed forms, but it's not, when you eat it, really got any, it doesn't taste, or its actual consistency isn't really any different to the rest of it. So I've come to the conclusion that corned beef is inert. And I like it because it's red and dead and it's preserved and it's tin. And I'd like to like it more, but what can I do? The stuff is terrible. I can eat it. I'm all good with it. I would consider it a nutritional friend. It's just, well, and imagine on one occasion, just imagine an alien was watching, and somehow managed to obtain a sample. And it's seen somebody trying to get into their initiative because the key maneuver had gone wrong, or they'd failed to just use it to open it. And they'd seen this person flailing. Whether they kept their cool or they lost it. And they saw the result. They think, why would anybody make that much effort, be that desperate to get in there and that? Oh, and as for that thing of, yeah, but when you're really hungry and really need protein, doesn't it, like, change, isn't it? No. Actually, no. Oh, it's good to eat. I mean, yeah. It's good to eat, particularly when one needs it, but it doesn't actually change it. The experience of corned beef is the same. Anyway, usually things that are impervious to effects, things that just preservate and just won't respond, just bug me, set me off. But corned beef doesn't. So I don't think it's its fault. And it's a useful substance. Anyway, that was what I was doing the other day. I think this one of it came out even bloody worse than the rather dark and dim files I did a few days ago. I got an auxiliary file up in the non-local library. I'm going to try the local library if it's even open, if the internet's working. I might be able to get the other 3 of me wooden bits and some of these up, but that will all depend on whether or not it works. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be a fuck that and ditch it again. I just did a few files and I wanted to, for once, just get them done, processed, up. Yeah. I gave myself my word I'd manage it. Actually, I gave myself my word I'd try. I did not promise myself I'd achieve it. I'm trying to teach myself to get files done and processed and up quicker so I don't end up with this heap growing. And I kept my word in the sense if I tried, but it was really late in the day. The libraries, no matter where they are, aren't open very late. Some shut at 1 or only open in the morning, others shut 3, 4 hours. And I couldn't do it too early in the day because I didn't need to sit there. So, I did try actually another one, but it turned out that it wasn't where I thought it was. It was further along. I went back to my bottom. I got 21, and technically an additional scrape. So 22 total. And bearing in mind the weather's been horrific and it could have absolutely turded it down all day, I was content. That was all. Figured I'd get me through. It was a long way, and a lot of stumping, a lot of buses. Right, I need to stop the phone. Try something else.